What's up, folks? Thanks for tuning into the channel yet again. We are in the midst of the last heat wave, I believe, for Texas. Maybe you saw on the way up here, my gauge in the truck was reading 111 degrees, which is, I believe, a record for today for the high. So luckily, next week, folks, I think we're not supposed to get above 90 degrees, and there's a chance of rain almost every day. So I'm thinking that this might be the end of this terrible, terrible heat wave that we've had all summer long. I can't remember heat quite this bad. It seems like I say that every year, but global warming, I don't know. I don't really believe in all that mess, but it was hot this summer. So I think we're rounding the corner, and I think we're about done with it. But folks, that ride up here, I went through 4 wrecks. Construction. It took about an hour and a half longer than it needed to be. So I'm here really late compared to when I normally get to camp. But I'm at Lake Ray Roberts, okay? And I know that I've been here quite a few times, but I always camp at the Isle de Bois, or Isle de Bois, I don't know how you say it, that campground. I'm on the opposite side of the lake this time at Johnson Branch, and I've never been over here. And this is a 30,000 acre lake, so it's not like I'm just across the pond. And so far, it's really, really nice. You can tell I'm kind of walking way down here to the lake. My truck's way up there. So there's quite a bit of openness at this camp spot. And then we got, you know, Lake Ray Roberts right here. So far, really, really quiet site. I'm not going to say anything because what happened last week, but there's not a whole lot of people out here, and the few people that are out here, they're smart, and they're in their RV where there's air conditioning, which is hopefully where I will be very soon. But just kind of wanted to show you folks the lay of the land in case you're ever interested in coming out to this area. And so far, I'm pretty impressed. I kind of like it. It looks really nice. Water is down a whole lot. Probably, well, I mean, maybe about 10 feet. So we did have some rain a couple days ago. I don't know if there was rain here, but at the house we had quite a bit of rain. But I want to show you folks, so this is my third and final installment of showing you guys how to run an AC unit or your truck camper without grid power. So this episode, I've got a smaller battery that I'm going to see if I can keep it running until in the morning. It is 6 o'clock tonight, so I'm starting it about an hour later than I did last week. But we're working with a 400 amp hour battery tonight. Last week I had a 410. Yeah, it's only 10 more amp hours, but if it means that AC running for another 20 minutes, I think that's worth it. But we're gonna check it out. So let me show you kind of the setup. So typically under here, where you see that green cord, that's what I use to hook up to that pole. But in this one, I've got it running on that same inverter that I used last week, but we're using this Enjoybot 400 amp hour battery. And I did a review months and months and months ago on their 200 amp hour battery, and it did great. It was awesome. So I've got quite a bit of faith in these Enjoybot batteries. And again, this was a 400 amp hour, so I should get at least until the morning off of this battery. And that's the setup. So I actually had something else to show you folks. I brought a solar panel to use, which is what this cord is right here. But I'm in shade and there's nowhere to put the solar panel. So I wanted to show you folks how to actually hook up a solar panel to a standard battery like this, because you can't just hook up a solar panel directly to the battery. You have to have some type of charge controller in between, because if you don't, you're gonna fry that battery. But I got a pretty cool gizmo to use for a portable solar panel to hook up to a battery like that, but it's not worth me getting out because there's shade all around me. So maybe in the next video, I'll show you my little gadget that I use to hook up the solar panel directly to a battery. It is hot. I'm kind of letting this guy work for a little bit. And then I've already got my dinner situation kind of set up to cook, because I did this while I was waiting on that AC to cool down. So nothing crazy special tonight, but I do have one cool little toy that I'm really super excited about using inside here tonight that I've been wanting to do since I started truck camp, and I've just now got the opportunity to do it. So that'll be fun tonight. But folks, we'll see in a little bit as soon as this AC cools down, and I'll see what kind of trouble I can get into on this episode. Well, kind of starting this trip off on a bad note. So I thought that I was in here cooling off the camper for about 30 minutes, and I only had the AC on fan. Didn't have it on AC, so that whole 30 minutes out there was kind of pointless. It definitely is now on AC mode, but I was kind of hoping to get this thing cooled off just a little bit before I got in here. It's just crazy. 111 degrees in here. I am so ready for cold weather. I can't even describe it. And this my little fan that I've been using this whole summer. I went to go charge it with my power station, and I guess I plugged it into the 60 watt output USB-C, and it fried it. So this thing doesn't work now. It's a good paperweight. So no fan tonight, but I think with me being under the shade, it shouldn't be too bad. Eventually, I don't think it's going to get too much more hot than it already is. So always trying to look on the bright side. But we need a couple of snacks. But here's what I brought for tonight, guys, that I'm super excited about. This is one of those projectors, those mini projectors. Harman Kardon speakers. I don't even know how to pronounce it. XGIMI Halo Plus. So I use this at home with the kids, and they preferred for me to put this on the dining room table and project a movie onto the wall in our kitchen over them going and watching our regular TV. I guess it's something new. They had a good time with it, but I brought this tonight because I got a little homemade movie screen, just some fabric that I'm going to try to rig up right here and watch a movie. I don't know. That's going to be after dinner, but that's what this big box is if you see it. Again, I've been wanting to do this thing for a while. I just haven't had either the time or the will to figure it out. But I'm going to throw this under the bed. And when I was making this thing today, I just hot glued some Velcro to the tip of this fabric that I'm going to stick up there. And that hot glue, I don't know if that's going to come through. I promise I'm not flipping you off, but I just had a tiny dab of it hit my fingertip, and it scorched it. Looks like a giant pimple on my fingertip. But anyway, let's get some, I need a snack. So tonight's going to be my cheat meal for the week. We've been doing chicken and vegetables and healthy type meals. So tonight, I'm going to be doing my favorite meal, and I've said this a lot. I love breakfast for dinner, so we're going to be making a couple of really good breakfast tacos, and that's going to be my cheat meal for this week. Of course, I got my apple beer, but my peach and banana. But I picked another one of these fruit cups up from the same grocery store as last week, because I'm not kidding when I say it was the best fruit that I've ever eaten. So this little box here has got a lot to live up to, if it's going to be as good as last week, but we'll see. I'll get a fork here in a second. So we'll see you folks here in a little bit. So this isn't quite cheating. This is turkey bacon, which, to be honest, I know that's probably blasphemy for some of y'all, but I actually do like turkey bacon normally. The only hard part about cooking this type of meal is keeping everything warm until it's all ready to, you know, put together. Eggs are done. Throw this in here. Now for the cheat part. I got some fancy stuff for tonight. I got Alpine blend Swiss and Gruyere cheese for this concoction because I thought it sounded pretty good. Bacon. And while that's cooking, I got these little mini packets of Valentina sauce, which I love. Sprinkle that on there. Bacon. I don't know if you can see that, but I love breakfast, and I love breakfast burritos. Breakfast is served, ladies and gentlemen, and I think I'm actually going to eat out here tonight. It's hot, but kind of tired of eating in the truck. For thinking I can eat 2 of these. Yeah, there was no way I was finishing that second burrito. But my inverter, the fan's cut on. Still 485 watts and battery's doing fine. So with all luck on my side, we'll wake up nice and chilly, but I'm gonna head down here to the dump station to throw my trash away, and we'll get started on movie time. I had a fight with the Valentina sauce, and it won. Luckily, I have another shirt with me because I knew it would be hot today. So if you're looking at the red dot, I'm fine. It's just Valentina, not blood. We're gonna make it. Right. I miss the days where I can actually just sit outside in my comfy chair and have a beer. Not this week. Maybe next week. That's when it's going to start. Because I think I'm done with the heat. So I'm going to take a quick bath. Get this disgusting shirt off. And then we're going to try to figure out if this movie projector is going to work. Because unfortunately I'm on the Apple ecosystem and they don't let you stream to projectors because it's a copyright infringement or I don't know. It works with Android phones, so I need to switch, but I think I have a workaround because this thing actually does have Wi-Fi built into it, and I got my little hotspot with me. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to turn it on and get something going. But first things first is that Dude Wipe bath is up next, and I make sure that I brought an extra shirt. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, I know what these are intended for, but it still feels good on your face. These are the like eucalyptus something, mint chill, and I promise it does actually kind of put a little bit of a chill on you. But I guess a cold rag would too. But all right, you guys don't need to witness the changing of the clothes, so I'll see you in just a second. Now it's time to see if I can get this movie theater set up. I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to work that great because I didn't spend a whole lot of time figuring this out. But it's a multi-step process, so I got to get this little movie screen up, whatever you want to call it, and I'm probably going to have to somehow kind of tape it or push it against the tailgate because I'm thinking that my AC is going to kind of blow the bottom of it. So that could be a problem. I don't know. It's not perfect, but I'll kind of fiddle with it once I get this stuff done. So, like I said, this thing, I don't really have a way to connect my phone to it. So I'm hoping that my little Wi-Fi hotspot will be able to find a signal here. So we're going to cut it on. And let it search for a signal. See what we got to do. It worked at home, so I know, at least I know it works. And it's got a battery on it, so I don't necessarily have to keep it plugged in. But I have the power cord just in case to plug into my power station. But this is it. This is just, I'm shocked how good of a picture it actually puts up. It's probably not going to show too well on that setup, but, and it's got a little remote. This thing is, I was pleasantly surprised with it at home. I don't know how well it's gonna work here, but I was also thinking for the camper, use this instead of a like a TV because it's hard to mount TVs in campers. throw this on the wall, or even outside. Let the kids watch a giant movie on the outside on the outside wall of the camper at night, if there's not a lot of neighbors around. I understand. And it's kind of cool. You can put this at any angle, and it automatically adjusts the screen to make it straight on. It's kind of showing. Hey, now we found Wi-Fi. I think we're good to go. We might have to put this up closer. Let's see. See how it kind of fixed itself? I say that's pretty good. Okay, now I got to try to connect, hopefully, to the Wi-Fi. So let's go to settings. All settings. Network. There she is. Sweet! I don't know my password. I'm going to edit this part out. Connected successfully. Woohoo! We're going to have a party in here tonight. I think I want to watch, I know this is silly, the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm R2-D2. This is so cool. I'm going to cut the lights off for a second so you can kind of see the screen. This is wild. Let's see. Ooh, that's bright. So folks, I'm going to sit back and watch this, and then I'll check in when we're done. This is pretty awesome. Well, that is it for the movie time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thing's pretty awesome. I could probably watch another movie, but I don't want to waste all of my my prepaid gigabytes or whatever the heck you call it on that thing. So yeah, I know this is kind of dorky, but it was pretty cool. So I'm gonna get this thing cut off, and we are gonna go to bed. It is way past my bedtime, 10:15. so I'm gonna do my chores, get the stuff put away, packed away, and tidied up a little bit, and we'll see you in the morning.
That's way too bright. Well, good morning. Slept in today, 7 o'clock. Slept good. The battery is still running my AC, so we're going on 13 hours. That's awesome. Alright, baby steps until I get that big light cut on. Oh. so bright. Oh my gosh. Well. I got cold last night. I turned that AC down to low cool. So that's always good when it gets that cold in here. When it was that hot during the day. But I can't wait until I do this testing on a space heater. So folks, while I'm thinking about it, October is going to be a pretty fun month for me and hopefully for the channel. I got my little 3-day road trip coming up in October, and then middle of October I've got a surprise to show you folks that I kind of hinted to last week, so that ended up coming to fruition. And no hints yet, but we'll be having a pretty cool video coming out, I think, yeah, here in about 4 weeks. So stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting. But I'm really looking forward to that little 3-day road trip. That'll be something different that I've definitely never done on this channel. So hopefully that'll be fun. But the most important part of the morning is now complete. I'm gonna let that sit and stew, and I'm gonna get all the stuff cleaned out and put in the back of the truck, unhook my battery, and we'll be on our way. My GoPro died, so I get to try to handheld you with that big camera. Always fun. So come here. Sun's not up quite yet. Maybe we can walk down here to the lake and see what's going on. Beautiful morning. Sun's not up quite yet, but the lake is very still. Birds are out there chirping. And I got to get up here and get my truck organized to get out of here. But yeah, this is a pretty nice little camp spot, little camping loop. But anyway, as I was saying before my mic fell down, this is a really nice little camping loop. But it's only 30 amp hookups. I didn't see any 50 amp. So if you've got a bigger RV unit, this might not be the loop for you, but if you only need 30 amp, it's a nice little area. Very quiet, pretty clean too. That thing is still running. So I got to give that battery 2 thumbs up too. 13 hours is a long time to keep a 5,000 BTU AC unit running, so that's pretty cool. And if you can imagine, you know, putting solar panels on that, kind of supplement it during the day, it's not bad. Camp was put up. I'm at home now, and I got to get you off my tripod, so we're gonna call it a wrap on this one. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take care.